And now we're live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I can see that we are live, to be honest. Yes, we are indeed. Right. Good evening, everyone. And it's nice to be here again. Thursday, our night, our Nursepreneur night. And at the same time, well, I will tell you more about it. Right. My name is Windle, and I am the owner of this page. And I am here once again with my co nursepreneur or digital entrepreneur. We have here tonight our special guest, Michelle. We have our nursepreneur, Thea, Coach Glenda, Leia, and our Miss Universe, Mirazel. And it's been an honor to be with these lovely ladies for the past several weeks. I think it's almost 3 months, or this is the third month, isn't it? 12. Yeah, it's because we're going to talk about the 12 chapters, which is the last chapter of the book, Dani Johnson's First Steps to Wealth. So the last chapter, it's about the your steps to wealth. And as you know, everyone, last week we talked about the God factor. Now, let's focus on the last chapter, which is your steps to wealth. And I'm so sure that most of our nursepreneur or those people who are with us, who have been following us, knows that probably, hopefully, you are excited to follow us. And I'm just hoping that, and whatever we have been reading in the past few weeks, we would like to share it with you. This is for our learnings, and we would like to learn as well from those learnings. So, ladies, before I start calling someone, would you like to greet our viewers, please? Hello.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are.
Yes, indeed.
Hi.
It's really indeed mabuhay. Okay. Thank you very much. And for our first sharer this evening, let me call on our beautiful Thea. Thank you, Thea. And you can pass on the back later, okay?
Hi everyone, wherever you are. Hope you're safe and sound. So my name is Thea. So I'm a nurse and I'm a digital business owner, just like my other business partners here. So in the last few weeks, we've been sharing about Dani Johnson's book, which is the first steps to wealth. And this is more or less like a conclusion to Dani Johnson's book. And my takeaway on this chapter that I could share with you is that making a decision for yourself and taking action. If you make a decision and take action, you really leave no room for excuses, no room for fear, no room for procrastination, and no room for doubt. And you just have to tell yourself that you have to make it, and that is your final decision, that you have to make the success for yourself and nobody else will. And the second takeaway that I had with this chapter is changing your environment. We have friends, families that are quite so negative. You couldn't avoid it. Some people, you're gonna meet people who are negative, and it's gonna affect you, emotionally. And it's just a matter of spending less, uh, lesser time with all those negativities that is, being influenced on you. And changing environment is find people like my business partners here, um, who support you along the way on your journey. And if you wanted, help with some things, especially that we're doing this digital business, this community that we're involved with, they're so helpful, and they're so supportive in so many ways. So for that, I'm just so being grateful for this community. Another thing, another takeaway that I had in this chapter is giving back to communities, which is a very important thing for me, because it for me, I grow personally and spiritually by giving out to the community, helping out without expecting anything in return. Um, so the best thing I could advise, now is, after all the chapters that we have shared with you, is make a decision to, if you wanted to change your life, to have changes, if you are not comfortable with where you are now, make a decision to change it, and you have the power to do it. It's just a matter of choice. So at the end of the day, it's you who's gonna make that decision, and nobody else will. I think that's I could share. Thank you, Wendell. And I think the next sharer, or I pass it on to Michelle.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Michelle. I'm the special guest for tonight. So yeah, I think you've seen me before. Well, my takeaway from this book is really the introduction, because from the introduction with the title, it says Steps to Wealth. And from the forward, obviously, she asked, what is wealth? There are many definitions of wealth. It could be material things, skills, family, relationships. But again, then she said, or good health as well. So, because obviously, as they say, health is wealth. Anyways, so it depends on the person. And then she went on about, she was rich. She had obviously the money, the business. She had several, but then she didn't find the purpose. It was meaningless to the point where she didn't know that she was earning a lot. She didn't know where it went, how it happened, all those sorts. So she then said, there was no purpose. She had everything, but she wasn't happy. She felt empty. So then she went to someone, because she had her struggles, but she went to someone, she found some help. She acknowledged that, she's in a very difficult position, but instead of just drowning and accepting that, I'm in this situation, what am I going to do? Or doing a self-pity, she used like the people around her. She changed, like what Akatea said, she changed her environment. She used her initiative. She had the vision. She had the vision to succeed, to leave the unhealthy environment that she was in. She duplicated results from people that are actually successful. She was teachable. She was willing, because she mentioned something about team. In whatever you do in life, whether it's in business or in anything you wanted to achieve, you have to use time, energy, effort, and money, as with everything. Because she said that obviously for you to be able to succeed, you need skills, because that's where you gain your value. You need to be able to learn. And in this business or in any environment, especially in entrepreneurship, it's a never ending journey, because if you think that that's the end, then you're accepting that you can't learn anymore. And that's how people fail sometimes, because if they think that they have already reached their capacity, they know everything, then they're not willing to learn. So, and then she met someone, because when she wanted to obviously set up the business, she wants to be more successful. That person told her that, you know, if you're going to ask questions, I'm not going to work with you. If you're going to give me your opinions, I'm not going to work with you. Why? Because they said that if you're going to have your opinions, if you're going to have suggestions, you can't if you haven't had results. So what she did was obviously listened. She tried her best to learn the things and up her skills, because we need skills in order for us to be successful. Because we can have all the money, we can have all the resources, we can have the brain, but you know, if you don't have the initiatives and if you don't have the guts to up your skills or train more, you're gonna be outdated, especially nowadays. As we can see, you know, everyone's turning digital as with the pandemic. You know, everyone's reorganizing everything, work from home. If they haven't had done that, and with the traditional businesses, you would have gotten bankrupt, as we what we have seen from some of the business. So that's really my intake. And I think when she found her purpose by giving back to community and helping more people, because what she also did was she trained her team instead of her just being at the top, for her to be able to scale up her business, not just for her but to people, and then to give back to community. And that is something that that has really stuck in my head, because you can be at the top, but if you don't have the purpose and you don't have the impact, you mean nothing. So that is my takeaway from it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Now, I would like to ask you, who are you going to pass the bat? Unmute yourself, love.
I'll pass it to Coach Glenda.
Right. Hello, everyone. So my name is Glenda. I am also a nurse, and I am a global online entrepreneur. I am a mother, and I am also a wife. And tonight is a very special night, because for one, it is the birthday of our energetic host, Windell. So Windell, I wish you a very happy birthday, and I wish you all the best in life, you know, all the best life can offer. And
Thank you
also
very much.
I would like to congratulate Michelle. Michelle, congratulations for achieving, you know, a new milestone in your business. And of course, congratulations to your mentor, the beautiful Miracel. Yay! And right, so tonight is the end of Dani Johnson's book, First Steps to Wealth. We are now on chapter 12, and this is the very last chapter. And the title of the chapter is Your Steps to Wealth. So yeah, Your Steps to Wealth. Just like what Thea said, this is now the conclusion of the entirety of the book. For me, what really, you know, made an impact to me about this book is when are the three things that she taught us about money. One is that she said she's going to teach us how to make money and more of it. So I mentioned this already before. This is when she shared with us the 12 laws of success. The very effective communication tool, which is forming. She taught us how to identify ourselves according to our individual gems. She taught us the magnetic influence through words. So these are all the things she taught us. so we can make money, and more of it. And another is she taught us how to save money and how to continuously look for chances that will allow ourselves to preserve our financial security for the years to come. And the third one, of course, is she taught us how to control and manage our finances, which is actually very simple according to her. And this is just about looking after the pennies, because these are the most significant habits of the 2%ers, and that's how they become very, very rich. And all these things she taught us about money, together with the other principles that she mentioned in the book, if we all put this together and put this into action, that we can actually, it is possible to cross the bridge between the 98% of the population to the 2%ers. However, we have, according to her, first of all, we have to decide and take action. Now, I want to give you, a bit of trivia. Do you know that 82% of the richest people on earth are just like us? They are not born with a silver spoon. They didn't have the wealthy background that we thought, they have. They're just ordinary people. They become rich through sheer dedication and discipline. They become rich because they shifted their mentality, their mindset from the 98% of the population with the poverty mentality to the 2%ers who has the mentality of wealth. They think about acquiring wealth and more wealth. So to have that kind of mentality, to shift our mindset to that kind of mindset, first of all, we need to do things like these 2%ers are doing. First of all, we need to simplify our life, because they believe that the less complicated our life is, the more productive we become. There is this so-called mental energy. We need to save this mental energy. If we use up this energy with making the unnecessary decisions every day, like the moment we open our eyes, we already we subject our brain to making all this little decisions, like as simple as where will you get up, where will you get out of bed, on the right side, on the left side, shall I wear slippers going to the kitchen, shall I have my breakfast today, what breakfast shall I have, shall I drink coffee, tea, juice, water, what shall I wear to work, shall I wear a dress, jeans, what color of shirt shall I wear, what kind of shoes shall I wear. So all this kind of little decisions, by the time we get to work, our brain is already tired. So when all these little decisions become impacted, it can cause decision fatigue. When we have the decision fatigue, it actually declines our ability to make a sound decision. So that is exactly why that guy who owns the Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, did I say it right? That is exactly the reason why he wear the same colored shirt, gray shirt. He's always wearing gray shirt. And do you remember Steve Jobs? He used to wear just black shirt. So that is exactly the reason why they are wearing that exact, same shirt, because they want to serve their mental energy. They don't want to, stress themselves, their brain from making all these unnecessary, decisions, because they want to save it for the things that really, matter. So these are the habits of the 2%ers. And another thing is that they practice frugality. They are frugal. Frugality is actually not a bad thing. In fact, it is a virtue. Being frugal doesn't mean you have to suffer. Doesn't mean you have to live with the basic, necessities. No, it doesn't mean like that. It only means that you have to live with whatever you have already, and you have to stop upgrading your lifestyle, because if you do that, then you will have no money left to save, and it's a definite no to the 2%ers, because savings is a big thing to them. Remember, they save money so they can invest it and let it grow, and multiply. And would you believe that these billionaires actually have an average of 5 to 7 what do you call this, hustling activities, like a what do you call that?
Sources of income.
Yes, side hustle, passive incomes.
Yes.
So there you go. So seven, passive income. So like Steve Jobs, we thought that his money, his wealth, it just came from, the Apple products that they're producing. No, he was also investing. He was also, and all those sorts of things, up to 7. So this is what they do. This is what the 2%ers, do. So how can they do that if they are extravagant? So they have to practice frugality. Yes. So next thing is, Dani Johnson said that sometimes we need to change our environment, change our mindset, change the way, we think, about things. She said how incredible it is when one, actually takes, himself out of this community that is killing, himself, and put himself in this community that is breathing life, all over, him. This simply means that we need to make a conscious decision to surround ourselves with, positive people, with like-minded people who will push us up, people who inspire us, people who motivates us, because there is this so-called because the people around us influence our energy management, because there are people around us who can actually charge us up, and there are people who just drains our battery out. So we need to be active. We need to actively put ourselves in the middle of these people who are genuinely good, who will have a positive, influence on us, who are genuinely happy with their life, who are having an impact on other people, because that kind of lifestyle is the kind of lifestyle that we want to have. So if we want to be successful like them, then we have to follow their path. And in fact, we should envision our future by the success. We should envision our future by their success. So that's what it is. And last but not the least, of course, again, Dani Johnson said that it is important that we give back. We give back to God, and we give back to our community. Again, I mentioned this before, giving back is not just about money. You can give back through your skills, through your time, by sharing your talents, and all that. What is important is that you give it deep within your heart with love and sincerity, because that is what God is asking us to do. He wants us to be a cheerful giver. He wants us to be sincere, with it. He don't want us to give with a different intention. We are giving for recognition and all that. That is not, what he wants. He wants us to give with love deep within our hearts. And also, we have to remember that charity begins at home. So before we actually make a difference on other people, we have to make sure that we have groomed our children, or we have taught our children how to live a debt-free life, how to be financially well, if supposing we have already crossed the bridge to 2%. So we should share whatever we learn to our children. We should teach them how to be financially independent without, or financially free without sacrificing their relationship, their family, their happiness, and all that. And that we should also teach them how to increase their income while decreasing their stress, because that is how the 2%ers roll. So we want to teach them all that. So So it's going to be a win-win. So right, so 2%ers, here we come. After we read Dani Johnson's book. It sounds so easy, but it's going to be a long process, but who knows. Well, anyway, so that is all my takeaways from the entirety of the book. So that's all I can share for now. And may I call on the next sharer, who is of course Miss Mutya. Miracel, your turn.
Hello, Miss Mutya. Before you say something, may I just greet Alex Diaz. She is asking about the book. Okay, hi Alex. The book is the title of the book is First Steps to Wealth by Dani Johnson. And thank you very much for your greetings. And Natasha from Spain, hello. Hello. Oh, you've got
Sorry,
the
on the
book.
screen.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Oh,
That's
she has
really
the
nice.
That's
book
the one.
already.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Beautiful. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi, Alex, and hi, Natasha. Yes. Happy birthday, belated happy birthday, Wendell. And yes, so, excuse me. Let me drink some water first. The bubble tea. Chapter 12, Your Steps to Wealth. So 11 chapters we have already discussed in the past few weeks, elaborating on the steps that could lead us to gaining wealth and success in accordance to the author's personal experience, which has greatly worked for her and for many other people who's done the same. This final chapter is just reminding us or checking up on us if we have made any actions yet, or if not yet, she's highly encouraging us to make a step forward now. The very first chapter of the book discussed all about the excuses that we have. I don't have time, I do not have enough money, I'm very busy with the kids, I have plenty of kids to look after, that is not my thing, my spouse does not support me, what else? I don't know how to do it, I don't know the right people, I've never done it before. Very familiar excuses, right? I've used all those excuses from before as well. And guess what happened, beforehand when I keep using those excuses? I stayed living in default. Every month was the same. Our salaries pretty much stayed the same for a while. It's not just break even, or sometimes it's just break even, not much left for any other things that we wanted to spend on. Missing a lot of kids' milestones because I have to be at work while my husband is on his day off, and vice versa. It was like that for years and years. We were rarely complete on a weekend or on special occasions, which is a very sad reality. My time I do not own, when I keep using those excuses from before. That has always been managed by my employer. Days off and annual leave are always to be approved by them. It's typically, it's like that by default. It's like that by norms. That's how society dictated us that, that's how it works in the real world. But you know what? If we live by default, then nothing's gonna happen. We need to design our life. We need to make a step in order for us to live the life that we designed for ourselves, right? It's the team's name. What's the designers of life, right? We started with a chat group like that, designers of life or something like that. So yeah, it's your time, it's my time, but I feel like why does it needed to be controlled by my employer, right? Because we have to request all this in our rotas, or if you don't request this, they, whatever they give us, we do. We plan our personal and family life after or around our contracted hours, right? I cannot simply just say, when I wake up in the morning, like, oh, I feel like not doing anything today. I'm just going to have a bit of a lie-in, or maybe a bit of a lounge about, or stay out in the garden, have my coffee there, or unwind with my friends tomorrow night, drink some good wine. I can't because hello, I've got a long day shift tomorrow, and I have another long day the next day. Say, for example, I want to visit, immediate families abroad next week or next month. I still have to write a letter to my employer justifying why I needed to go away for more than 2 weeks. I don't know about your trust, but it's like that in ours. More than 2 weeks, you have to write a letter justifying why we needed to let you go away, right? That's my family out there. It's my life, right? It's like that routine, each time we wanted to go away, it's like that. And when it gets approved, I have to work extra. I have to work and work in order to, gather all the monies that I needed in order to enjoy and go away, because the pay that I am receiving is just enough to cover, our cost of living, and not much left for leisure or extracurriculars. It's my life, it's my own time, but why do I have to seek approval, right? So I feel like I needed to do something about it. It's elaborated in the book that way. We needed to make a decision whether we want to live our lives by default, or live it by design. It's entirely up to us. Me, I wanted to live it by design, of course. I'm sure we all do here. That's why I made a decision to make my first steps. So chapter 12, highlighting make a decision, decide and take action. And yes, different people has got different circumstances in life, but hey, we always have a choice. We always have a choice to change and make things better. We have to get over all of our excuses towards achieving the things that we wanted in life. In the book, in the chapter, it says, now is the time. And if you still don't know where to start, then read this book, right? It's a good starting point. It's a very good guide on how to make your first steps to success, and in life and in relationships too. Because the book did not just discuss about money and more money, but it also highlighted how we build relationships with people, and how it's best to deal with them in order to save ourselves from stress and wrinkles. We don't want any more wrinkles. In chapter 12, it says, imagine the journey. Imagine having the flexibility to do what you want when you want it without worrying about the budget, inside of it. Imagine being able to visit your relatives however long you want. Imagine taking the kids for a summer break wherever they want to go. Imagine being able to sponsor charitable events, or being able to bring food or education and comfort to those who are in need. All this without batting an eyelash or looking into our bank account, contemplating on, will I have enough money to do all this? Another thing which was mentioned by everyone, change your environment and become a 2%er, right? We have this rally on the route to 2%, the road to 2%. Find a community, find a group that will breathe life all over you. I like that that sentence that she's put into the book. Find a group which will breathe life all over you. Surround yourself with people with the same goals, with the same aspirations in life, with the same positive mindset, like the people here tonight, them in the square. We all need a support system so the journey will be easier. And if by chance you already have started your journey and are encountering humps and bumps, just keep pushing ahead and keep grinding. Remember, we are all designed for success. We just needed the skills to fly. And so we needed to equip ourselves with the knowledge so we could start the takeoff. invest in yourself, learn the techniques and ways, find someone who has done what you want to do and shadow them, just like what Coach Glenda said. That person is going to be your wealth mentor. And finally, get started now. However way you plan to achieve your wealth and success in life, there's only one thing to do. Get started now. And I think this is the best time to invite you guys to come and join us. Join our community of like-minded people supporting each other, celebrating each other's triumphs, adventures, and misadventures. You are not going to be alone on this journey towards your journey of a lifetime. All our websites are there on your screen. We're only just a click away. So that's all for me tonight. And thank you everyone for listening.
Okay, last but not the least, of course, our beautiful Leia.
Thank you. Happy birthday again, Wendell. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name again is Leia. I am a nurse in action, doing a high hustle as a digital entrepreneur. We decided to be a digital entrepreneur because we took action on our dreams, as what on this last chapter, your steps to wealth. So before I'm going to discuss about this chapter, I just want to say about the book because it's so motivational. There's loads of inspirational messages to enhance our lifestyle and hard-hitting advice to get out of debts and wealth of knowledge about how to be successful. So from chapter 1 to chapter 11 is about giving some tips and strategies on how to enhance your lifestyle, how to transform your life. So chapter 12 is about your steps to wealth. So it's about what you're going to do, to enhance your lifestyle and how to increase your income, how to transform your life. So Dani Johnson in this chapter is about law of decision and law of action, as what everyone has mentioned. It's important that you have to decide now. Everything starts with a decision, and you don't have because if you once you are so indecisive, you tend to procrastinate. You tend to listen to all the naysayers. You tend to have some disbelief, and you have some fear as well. So in that way, you will not be able to succeed because you entertain all those negative thoughts. So as what Dani Johnson has mentioned, once you follow your decision, if you follow your decision, action will follow as well, because as what she has said, once you start doing taking some steps taking some steps towards your goal, the funnel of favor will begin and doors will open, and then your life purpose will become clear as well. Because if you want to do something, you have to decide, as what everyone has mentioned here, you have to take action, because if you want your life to be transformed so that you can experience the lifetime of happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction. And she laid out all the rules, like the law of success as well, for us to follow. So it is our chance now to take action, to set goals and to achieve them. So before I'm going to finish this, the chapter 12 is so clear. The message is so clear. You have to start now if you want to have a change now. You have to decide, as what everyone has mentioned, you have to take action. Make it happen, because if you're not going to do anything, nothing will happen. So make it happen. You have to follow your dreams. You have to take the chance and take action. So that's my take on this chapter.
Thank you very much, lovely ladies. And I'm sure that, our readings, and at the same time, while we are sharing, obviously, we have learned a lot from this book. And if you guys, you don't want to do the baby steps, you can do the adult steps. So it's much bigger steps that you can take on. We are all adult, and obviously, we need to give permission. We need to permit ourselves to become successful. It's not only we are asking permission from others. Gone were the days that, you have to stick with what people are saying to you. Gone were the days that people have to decide, you know the life that they need you to do, and we don't have to do that anymore. This is the life that we need to take an action, baby steps or adult steps, whatever you can do. And for this reason, I am sure that by having that thinking or positive thinking, I'm sure that you will get through what you really wanted to do in life. And I'm really, really so happy. I'm very, very pleased to have these lovely ladies with me, because I know that from their experiences we all share, especially every Thursday. I'm so excited, oh my God, it's Thursday. I will be seeing them again. I will be hearing their stories again, what happened to their lives. It's just like a catch up moment. It's not only based on the readings, but when you are surrounded with positive people, people who have the same mindset, perspectives in terms of how are you going to deal with your life, um, it's just so amazing. It's so inspiring, to be honest. And this is the life that I would like to have. And I'm so very blessed to have you, ladies. There's a gentleman to have you for 12 weeks, you know, 12 weeks discussing only about this book, First Steps to Wealth. And it's I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed, to be honest. And I hope, guys, um, you are blessed too with all the readings that we have shared, and with all the things that we have, absorbed from the readings that we have in the last 12 weeks. Is there anything that you would like to say, guys? Come on.
Thank you for recommending this book, Winda.
Yeah, thank
This
you.
book is really good. I didn't think I'd enjoy like a sharing thing like this, but it's paved way for us to know each other more, right? Guys, we've not met, most of these ladies I've not met in person. I've only met Michelle and Coach Glenda, but I feel like I'm actually closer to them than my offline friends now. Because I talk to you every
I
week. Some of them I don't see weekly, right?
yeah, I know what you mean, because especially the part where Danny Johnson mentioned about your environment. So our environment is so nice. It keeps you motivating to pursue your dreams, and it gives you another energy, another level of energy actually in life. So that's why I'm so excited every Thursday.
I know Michelle feels the same way, because each time we message, we chat almost every day. Come on, speak for yourself.
Yeah, I actually feel the same because, as a person, I'm not a very business-minded person. But obviously, as you grow older, as you turn into adult, I'm a mom now. Your perspective in life changes, your priorities changes. You wanted to do more and you feel more empowered. But sometimes you get a bit down because people would say, well, what's she doing? Is she crazy? Because that enthusiasm that you've got when you're passionate about something can be misunderstood. They would be like, oh my God, she's unreal, or is she out of this world? Why is she so happy? Why is she so passionate about something that she hasn't even done before? But whoever I speak to, they would always say, well, how long have you done this? And I'm like, well, I haven't done it long, but I'm a firm believer that if you wanted to do something, and if you can't sleep and think about that, because even before I started, I always say to my mentor, ever since I asked her about this business, I couldn't stop thinking about it like nonstop until now, because I know that I don't know much. So I text her, I message her like every day. I'm a bit clingy like that, but not in a weird way. But because I wanted to learn more, I recognize that I'm new, but I want more. I feel like I can do more. And I'm really excited. Like sometimes I cannot make it every Thursday when you do it, but I make sure that I watch it, because that's one part of my day that I look forward to, because I learn a lot. And I'm not a big reader myself, but this book has really touched me in a way that no other books has, because it really speaks to you. Yeah, that, you know, you won't even learn that in school or in university or in college. It's really life changing. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Michelle, you are not alone. We've been through that. Well, before I say, anymore, I would like to explain why I look like this. Looking at you,
Party
because
pa
this is Wingdale's,
Birthday party.
doing. She said it's going to be a party night. We're going to do party, so we're going to dress up, like shining, shimmering, splendid, something. So that is the motive. So I think I have overdone it looking at the other ladies. But anyway, Michelle, you are on the right track. What you are experiencing right now, I have gone through that. Sometimes you would thought that, oh my God, what is she doing now? Has she gone mad and all that? But if you look at the people, who are, at the top in our community, they've been through that too. And just like what I said, the 2%ers, they are not born, with silver spoon. They did not come from a privileged background, but who are they now? They're billionaires. They become billionaires because of, just due to their, sheer determination and consistency. So don't stop, don't stop. Don't listen to them. This is the very, important phase in your business. Don't get distracted. These people who doesn't want to appreciate what you're doing, leave them alone. Anyway, they are not your target. They're not your target. This is exactly why we're doing online business, so we don't have to bother the people we know. We don't have to bother our relatives. We don't have to bother our friends. Do your thing. Because most of the people who are very successful in their community, in our community, their business partners are the people they don't know. And that's how they become very, very, very successful. So yes, what you're feeling right now is normal. It is normal. Most of us here are still experiencing it. I am still experiencing it, but I don't care. They don't know, how much I'm earning, from this business. Yeah, I am just, smiling, deep within me like, oh, okay. Okay, just laugh your way to the bank. Anyway, this is your business. So this is your business. Keep it, like that. Don't bother them. And do the thing that we're supposed to do. The online thing. Don't bother them. They're not the kind of people you want to be partners, anyway. Do you want them to be your business partners? If they're, questioning it, already, you want, positive-minded people. So that's what you want to be, under your team. So you don't want that kind, people. They're not going to succeed, anyway, even if they, join you. So yeah, so it is, normal. Again, breaking from the normal, mold. This is the thing, because we are brought up, with, a certain mold by our parents, by the people who are, in authority, like our teachers and all that. We were told that we have to follow this path because this path is the safe path. And also, our brain is hardwired to protect us. So we always think that if we do, other things, if we do the things that are not the usual thing, that something will happen. So that is why we have to take the calculated, risk. We have to take that calculated risk. But the thing is, if we don't take that calculated risk, and that is how we end up with having exactly the same result. The same result, like our parents got, like our teachers got. That is why, I remember one of my teachers before said that this song Bahay Kubo should be, banned from being taught in school, because it is like we are teaching the kids to be happy with just having this Bahay Kubo with, plants around them, and all that. Because, at the end of the day, that is not the normal thing. Because really, seriously, if you live in a Bahay Kubo with all these plants as your, source of food in the Philippines, when the typhoon comes, that's it. Then you have, end up with no food to eat, and your Bahay Kubo has been, flown away. Yeah, so this is not the kind of thing that we should be teaching. I'm sorry, I might be bashed for this. I am just repeating what I heard, and it's from a teacher. She said, this is the time now where we have to break the mold, and we teach, the kids how the realities of life. The reality of life is to have a concrete house, to have a concrete house, to to have, a high earning job, just so you can, live comfortably, not a bahay kubo with plants, around you, because this will be destroyed by typhoon and your house will be flown away by the typhoon, as well. So we have to break out from that mold that our parents or our teachers, built for us. We have to free ourselves from ourselves. Yeah, we have to free ourselves from ourselves. So we need to take that calculated risk. That's why we need to save, because if we have savings, even if we take the calculated risk and we miscalculated it, we're still going to be safe, because there is a net underneath us that will catch us. So there you go, Michelle. What you're feeling right now is normal. Don't mind these people. Focus, because this is the crucial, part now. This is the crucial part now. So you just have your first milestone. The next milestone is just right around the corner. So don't mind these people. Anyway, these are not the kind of people that you want to be, business partners with. They are negative, already. We don't want, we don't like negative, people in our team. So don't mind them. Don't mind them. They are not, you are not supposed to be bothering them anyway. If they're your friends, if they're your relatives, you're not supposed to be bothering them. Right. So there you go. I have explained why I'm wearing all this bling.
Yes, said.
I hope the author of the Bahay Kubo is not watching.
I'm going to be bashed now. Bahay Kubo.
Okay,
I
ladies.
just remember that promise. It's a teacher who said that to us as a class.
Okay. Right. Alex Diaz said, loving this. It's like a podcast, just listening to this while doing my night care routine. And visioning your life, do your own business. Those who don't vibe only means they're not hungry enough to break what society wants us to become. And Coach Glenda, you are so on point. That's what she said. So
Thank you.
Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like life is, it's not about, our relatives, our family who will dictate us what we're going to be happy about. We need to be, one of us mentioned it's about our passion. What do we really want us to, to make us happy? That's all that matters in life, isn't it? Because there's nothing wrong if you aim something, if you have the goals to, better your life. There's nothing wrong with that, so long that we're not stepping onto others' foot or to others' feet. Yeah.
That's what it says on the book as well. In chapter 12, she mentioned like work in silence, right? Show them the results, surprise them with the results. And by that time, they would all
Get your attention.
ask you, they would go after you and would want to do the same. So let's just do our thing and let them.
That is just like, people telling me that I'm never going to lose weight. And then if you lose weight, they're going to ask you, what did you do? Why did you lose weight? Yeah. So that's like that, These are exactly, the same people. These are exactly, the same people. So don't be distracted by that, because it is normal. They will always, be there. In fact, they are the people who are necessary to be there, because these are the people who will really push you to achieve more. Because as Miracel said, your success will be the proof. Yeah, there's no point now telling them that you're not going crazy, that what I'm doing here is, the right thing. It doesn't matter the right thing, the wrong thing. It doesn't matter, to them. Just focus, achieve whatever that, goal that you want to achieve, and then show it to them, after that. Here it is. This is what I've been working for. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ladies. And now, would you like to invite them, guys? Come on, who would like to invite them with our other social medias account, and at the same time for our mastermind in about few hours? May I call on Michelle? Would you like to invite them?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, whichever part of the world you are. We're inviting you, along with my business partners, to register on our websites. You can see it on the screen, whichever way you want. We're all very helpful, very supportive. I was the same a few months back. I was in your position, but I wanted change. I wanted more in life, and I know that I'm capable of more. And if you want more for yourself, for your family, or for whatever purpose, this might be for you. So register and join us, or watch our free comprehensive webinar. It's for Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And
Thank
in
you.
case you missed the live webinar, we have replays at your convenience. As long as you register in any of our websites,
Yeah.
you're gonna learn a lot of on that webinar, because you're gonna hear testimonials as well from different people with different backgrounds who are already successful in this business.
And YouTubers, come on, promote your channels.
Yes. So, yeah, my business website is there, miracelrupak.com, and my Facebook business page is Mrs. M. Rupak. Um, there you can get updates and about the business and about my daily life. And I have a YouTube channel as well, which I use for the business and for the family's adventures and misadventures too. It's called Four in a Tribe. So please subscribe and click the notification button so you get notified each time I upload videos like this. I will put this video on there too, so you can watch it over and over again. And yeah, so the only way to find out if this business fits you is to attend the free webinar, because it's free. What is there to lose? It might be something that you have been waiting for a while. So check it out, guys. Thank
It's
you.
5 o'clock Pacific time.
Yeah, the timing.
Why can I not see the chat? Can you see, guys, the chat roll?
Now I can see it on the chat box of the live.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can I
I'm
add
watching it.
something, please?
Yes, go on, Michelle.
Go on.
I hope you won't mind. I've been sharing this page. My cousin, she's finished university and she wanted to do a charity event for her birthday. It's not until August, but talking about giving back and everything, little amount helps. She's doing a hike at Peak District with her friends for her birthday. She's always wanted to do it. So I've been sharing the page because all the proceeds will go to the special children's with special needs in the Philippines. So they will be doing a feeding program for them, and the rest will go to their school supplies just to help them. So, I'm not saying that you should donate, but if you're willing to, then I will share the page. Thank you.
Count me in.
Thank you.
Okay, Coach Glenda, and you're next.
Oh, okay. Please, my business page, glendacuonline.net. And I also have a YouTube channel. And this video is going to be uploaded on my YouTube channel, which is Glenda Online Lifestyle. And please watch my videos, like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you will be updated for my future updates. Did I see it, in the right order? So yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much. Now, I would like to invite you as well to follow me and subscribe with notification bell as well. So, my YouTube channel is called Designers of Life, because I believe, and I really believe, when Coach Glenda approached me few years, few months ago. Yeah, and I do believe that we are all have the capacity to design the life that we want. Yeah, it's us. Whatever we do in life, it's up to us. So please follow me on Designers of Life, and on my channel I discuss more of about entrepreneurialism, because when I find out on my analytics, Coach Glenda, most of the views comes from entrepreneurialism. So that's the reason why I started focusing more on that. And I'm so happy because there's a lot of people who try to communicate, and I have one follower who comes from USA, and we've been, sharing some ideas on how are you going to make the, YouTube channel more productive. And at the same time, I'm so very pleased to meet new people. It's online, but you can get a lot of takeaways from different people, and I'm so very very pleased. Yeah, thank you very much. As Michelle said, you can always register to each one's website. As you can see on our screen, we have www.michellefinancia.com, www.glendacoonline.net, www.maricelrupak.com, www.leahRVCostales.co.uk, and Thea, www.theaazano.com. Sorry. And my website is www.windowonline.net. So please follow us, and I'm sure that you will enjoy, you will meet different people from all over the world. And imagine, we are 90,000
Yeah.
dreamers. Okay, thank you
And
very much.
achievers.
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Guys.
Bye.
night.